Would breaking up the union crash the economy or fix it?
Both. So in the short term, of course, there would be details to work out. And as those details get worked out, things might not be all sunshine and roses, right? But if Texas is the eighth largest economy in the world by itself, and California is the fourth largest economy in the world by itself, there's no economic reason why we couldn't be independent countries. Nobody says Luxembourg is too small to be independent. Nobody says New Zealand has too small of a GDP to be its own country, right? Economically, we would be just fine on the worldwide stage eventually.
All right. Big John, to you. Would smaller independent governments be more accountable?
Yes, they would, because the smaller the government, it's sort of like what we said before about policing and anything else. When you reduce the size and scope of government, it becomes more accountable, because then they have to justify every law, every expenditure, every basic action that they claim comes from the will of the people and the consent of the governed. Well, that becomes much more transparent. That becomes much more accountable the smaller government gets, which, that's why, if you're a libertarian, if you're a classical liberal, if you're a Goldwater conservative, if I'm going old school, that's why you want to keep the federal government, especially as much as possible, to just 2 or 3 basic functions: provide for the national defense, provide a system of courts and laws for adjudication of the laws, system of courts. And that's about it. Like, Milton Friedman could count on one hand and have a couple of fingers left over the legitimate functions of the federal government. We need to get back to that. So the smaller the government, yes, more accountable.